Welcome back. Still talking about animals. We haven't moved over to the human side yet, all right? Important that we do so. Why? Because they were brought onto this planet with us, and it's important we take care of them. Now, looking at, of course, the business of dogs, it has become so lucrative to breed dogs, to put them together, whatever. Why? Because everyone has realized that it's quite expensive and it's quite profitable. There's even dogs that go for 250,000. Imagine that. Imagine that. So, of course, we decided to speak to Rodney, who's the other half of Pets Paradise. Just tell us a little bit about the financials and, of course, the business of dogs. How are you?
Hi.
Thank you for having us here. It's really a pleasure for us to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it too.
Right. Am I right that the business of dogs has become quite attractive because of the profits?
Yes, it has. Also, the market is growing considerably. I think Kenya, we are rising to a middle-class economy. And we're having people who have extra money to spend and people who are now able to spend on luxuries and on passions and things that they really appreciate. So yes, it is becoming very lucrative in this market.
For you, coming from the business end, how has it been?
It has its ups and downs. For starters, anyone who wants to venture into the business has to have a passion for dogs. Gladly, Angie has that. And then the capital infrastructure for starting it off is pretty high. Because you need a large compound. And not only a large compound, but you also need the compound in the right place. Because you don't want customers to have to travel a long time to come to your place, especially if your target market is Nairobi. You want people who move from Kileleshwa, Kitusur, to be able to have accessibility to a place where they could leave a dog for 2 days. It's Jamhuri Day. I want to go somewhere out with my family. I want to go on holiday. I don't want to travel, say, to the other part of Kenya to leave my dog for 2 days and then come pick it up. So you need to be in a convenient place, and the rents within those neighborhoods are pretty high, and especially when you're looking for a compound. Then again, for specialized equipment and tools, you need to import most of that because it's still a growing market in Kenya. So we had to import most of that stuff from UK, and we still do when there's wear and tear. So it's a bit capital intensive, and then of course you have to be patient just to understand that you won't get your returns tomorrow or the next day. So you have to have a healthy progression and also to have the deep pockets to sustain the bad days as the business grows.
You know, I'll say this very quickly. There's something called PetSmart. And it's as big as Nakumat, you know, and all it does is cater, and it's in the US, and all they do is that they cater to pets only, and it's $1 billion industry. Looking at, of course, Pets Paradise and the projections and where you'd like it to be. Talk to me about this, Rodney.
It's interesting you've mentioned that. We've been trying to have a few networks and people who we can work with in terms of partners. The big dream is that Pets Paradise as an institution is that we want to be able to franchise, be able to jumpstart other people in different areas, because we feel different localities have different kind of market niche. So we want to custom make depending on each different areas. The other thing that we've been looking at is to be able to have accessories. That's pet accessories, the clothes and everything.
Right, the toys,
the collars, exactly. Yeah. So we are talking to a couple of people just to see if we could be the sole distributors in this region.
That would be great.
That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Yeah, so we have that, and then also we want to try and partner also with people who bring pet food and be able to just do that slowly. At some point, when that seems sustainable, then we can be able to do local production. We could be able to do dog clothes here in Kenya. We could be able, again, to do the pet food here in Kenya and be able to supply different people.
Because these dogs are African. They are Kenyan. Food, nini, all of that.
Yeah, we want them to have a taste of some omena and some beans and,
right now,
you know.
He's on some American. He's all of this eating stone stuff. All right, so very quickly, we're going to talk about, I guess, the hacks that are out there and how crazy expensive it is. But on our way here to Pets Paradise, we ran into a breeder. His name is Michael, and he mainly breeds German Shepherds. Take a look at a short conversation that I had with him. Okay, so listen, guys, I saw one of these amazing posters, okay, really colorful, really well laid out, puppies for sale, and so I called the number. And the guy on the other line is Michael. Sasa Michael.
For sana, very fine.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
Sana.
Hey.
Very nice posters you have. Yeah? Michael, tell me a little bit about why and when you started breeding.
Number one, I love dogs. Even my first dog I bought as a pet, not for business. But along the line, people got interested, so I thought of breeding.
And one of the things I really want to talk about is inbreeding, like breeding two different species, and also breeding the wrong way, because some people don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Talk to me about this.
Yeah, my main line of breeding is German Shepherd.
Okay.
And my dogs are registered with Kennel Club, meaning they are pedigree dogs.
Okay.
And for pedigrees, you get up to 4 generations. So there is no way of inbreeding.
Okay.
Because you have a pedigree certificate, which gives you the lineage of the dog.
Michael, pure breeds are more prized, they're more expensive. People want pure breeds more. Why?
Simply because it is well bred.
Okay.
Yeah. You know the lineage? Like when you are bleeding, like when the bitch is on heat, you have to select the male you want to serve the bitch with.
Okay. Now, some dogs can actually go to Mushai. Our director of photography here is telling me that he found this Russian dog for 170,000. Some dogs are that expensive?
Wow. Even up to like the Great Danes.
Yeah.
A puppy goes for 250,000.
What?
Great Dane.
That's insane.
Simply because they are rare.
Yes.
They are rare.
And they're beautiful in their own
And they are beautiful,
right.
They are big, yeah.
But we have a lot of Mzungus who prefer those kind of dogs, and a lot of Africans, Kenyans, si tunaogopa tu mbwa. What can you say about that? Because it seems like dogs have become a thing for Wazungus and Kenyans are just fearful. What would you say?
When you are growing up, you don't value dogs. Lakini Mzungu, they always have dogs in their houses, in their compound.
The dogs are amazing.
Yeah.
They're such great company.
Na
wakusumbui, wakuongeleshi. All they do is eat, sleep and play.
Yeah, but...
And guard.
Yeah, but you have to connect.
Yeah.
When you have a dog, it has its own way of doing things. Yeah. You need to understand it. Okay. Yeah, you communicate with it.
You have been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll come to your farm one day.
Welcome.
And meet all your great dogs. But you're doing a good job on your posters.
Actually, that is done by my son, who is a graphic designer.
Great. Tell him I said hello. What's his name?
He's Mark Mbugwa.
Mark Mbugwa. Good job on the posters for Dad. Keep the business going. Asante sana. Asante. All right, and I think the reason why I'm bringing in the breeding issue and the men and women who sell dogs is because I was lied to, y'all. I was lied to. I can't believe I found out. First of all, my dog was not 4 months, which is what I was told. My dog is 4 months. Second, I was told that my dog is a boy. My dog is not a boy. Third, I was told my dog has been vaccinated. My dog wasn't vaccinated. We heard from Dr. Willie, all right? I was told my dog is potty trained. My dog has peed and pooped all over the house. What are these people? Are they legal?
No, they're not.
Michael is a good breeder, but there's some hacks out here.
Yes, there are a couple of hacks. So when one is purchasing a dog, you have to make sure that you're buying if possible, a pure breed, not necessarily, but if possible. Sometimes you want to have the history of the dog. You want to know if the dog has been vaccinated, because it could get dangerous.
But I mean, I think the question I really want to ask is, have we realized that this is such a profitable and lucrative business that we've kind of decided we're in it like whales? Have guys just decided that they're in it, and is there any kind of law or body like KSPCA that's stopping this? What would you say to this?
Well, yes, we do have the laws. We have the laws. It's a question of whether we have the machinery to be able to implement it. Yeah. That ideally is where we sort of lack. Because we've had KSPCA, they've done quite a bit. Yeah. They've gone to the streets, tried to arrest these people. We also have some expatriates who come over to Kenya, and when they're leaving, they leave the dog inside the house, just locked, and someone, KSPCA comes and they have to, you know, rescue the dog and take it over. But it's a question whether KSPCA is enough, or whether we have the enough resources to be able, perhaps, yes. It's just a collaboration of everyone coming together to be able to rescue the wonderful animals.
Some prices, there are dogs that go upwards of 250,000 to 300,000. Should you really pay 300,000 for, is it a car? Is it okay for you to pay that much?
Well, I guess it depends, because I think 250,000 is relative.
Yes,
but 250,000, we have some dogs that have come here that have been way more than that.
What?
Yes.
Who owns these dogs?
Yes.
Is it based on breed?
It's based on breed, and again, some people import them, and some people want to know the history of the dog, because sometimes when you inbreed, you could have pedigree dogs, but if you inbreed, the quality becomes a bit tainted.
Yeah.
So if you want a good pedigree dog, it's good you get its history.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
So there is all that goes on behind the scene.
Okay.
So it does make the industry a bit more lucrative.
All right.
Yes.
For you, did you always love dogs? Is this a whole new year for you? How has it been so far?
Yeah, well, fortunately, let me not say I love dogs. Let me just say I
represent all the 39 million Kenyans. We're like, what are these guys going on about?
I know. Well, let me put it this way: I didn't mind dogs.
Okay.
I didn't mind dogs. When I was small, I think the closest experience I had to a dog was when I had to run away from a dog.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind dogs, but I wasn't that close to them. However, dogs have a way of growing on you.
Yes, they do.
I mean, you're seated there and you're having a bad day and a dog just crawls over and licks you and it just wants to play with you.
Yeah.
It just says, I don't care what you're going through, but, you know, today we have to play.
Yeah.
Or when you're excited, then you're in good company when you're in dogs' companies.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they have a way of growing on to you.
I'll tell you what, I don't know where Tyrion has gone, but Tyrion has completely and utterly changed my whole life. He's right. Rodney, thank you. Very, very informative indeed.
Okay.
Right? Yes, dogs do have a way of changing our lives for the better, all right? And so we need to take care of them. We need to be a lot more loving, a lot more caring, and not so fearful, all right? This is actually what I tell my nephew who was afraid of animals. I was like, no, God made you number one. It's lion, then you. Everything else doesn't matter, right?
Great.
I think fear is a real issue, but you don't need to be scared, everybody. And if you're looking, of course, to get a pet, log onto social media platforms and we'll lead you in the right direction. For now, we leave you with a throwback Thursday, everybody. No, wait. First of all, I have to show you the after of Tyrion, all right? After getting groomed. See how dirty she is? Take a look at after she got groomed by Martin himself. Watch. All right, everybody, this little canine called Tyrion has literally changed my whole life, all right? I'm more active, I'm happier, I have more energy. My neighbors get to see me more, which they're happy about, all right? I have a fuller life, it feels like, and I'm happy about it. So, get yourself a pet. It's nice. Get yourself something beautiful to take care of. If you're a dog, a hermit, a cat person, elephants, zebras, who knows? We're in Africa, you can do it. Anyway, we leave you today with a TBT, Throwback Thursday. Remember the Littlest Hobo? You weren't born. Littlest Hobo was a great show. And you guys, if you missed it, this is how it used to start. She's crying. Are you crying? Hi. Hi. Don't be scared.